Good afternoon. As we continue for look into the environmental challenges them where the world face and Sierra Leone in particular, today we want to look at a different environmental issue when a pollution. Most of you familiar with this word pollution, but pollution now the introduction of contaminants in our environment. What in this mean? If we introduce contaminants, they will introduce chemicals, they will introduce gases, them or whatever solid we introduce in the environment, we're not supposed for the day, then we say we don't pollute the environment. And this contaminant they can be in the form of gas, liquid, and solids. And then gets great impact in the ecosystem and they affect the ecosystem greatly and also the impacts negatively on human health. We want to know the different types of pollution. We get a lot of types of pollution, but today we're going to focus on few of them. Now, the different forms of pollution that we get now, one air pollution, we get water pollution, we also get soil pollution, we get noise pollution, then we get plastic pollution and climate change pollution the way as a result of when it lead to climate change. Today we get to focus on few of them pollution they are so. Now, what's not air pollution? Just by a name, it means say that we will introduce a substance that the air we're not supposed for the day. As I say, the air gets in normal concentration. It gets in normal concentration. So because it gets in normal concentration, the moment you introduce something we're not supposed for the day, then we don't pollute the air. We pollute the air through different means, different things that we engage in, whether it's from domestic work, maybe we burn something that we use, whether it's from the vehicles that we use, vehicles and combustion, whether it's from industry, maybe factory there around we where they burn something, and whether it's from agriculture. Sometimes then they can even be ordinary particles that we can just release, like dust, we can just release at the environment. Most of them things so they affects we human health and most of the respiratory disease they really think about. I mean, airborne disease then na because they come out from air pollution. And most of the time, they release chemicals like CO2, carbon dioxide, methane, and also nitric acid and other gases then in the air. We also get what we call water pollution. Water pollution, just by name also, now we introduce a chemical or solid substance or a gas into water bodies that you don't pollute. As I say, water also have its own standard concentration. The moment you put something into water, we're not supposed to be part of water, you don't pollute the water. And most of the time we dey pollute with streams them, with lakes them, with rivers them. Sometimes we dey even pollute with water systems them, with wells, we tap the whole get now we areas them. Different ways we dey working pollute water. And as I say, this also get im own effect. One, when you pollute water, you dey destroy aquatic life. Most of the time wey fish dey die na because of pollution. And also we dey get sicknesses like diarrhea, then cholera, and sometimes typhoid from water pollution because we dey consume some of the water there also. So water pollution is also a very serious issue. We get soil pollution. I mean, sometimes when they drop chemical at the soil, wey dey make the soil in chemical constituents dey change. This is also a concern for agriculture, especially where e get something for do with the degradation of soil quality and also the reduced fertility. This dey make agricultural production dey drop. So soil pollution is also another concern. If you drop something at the soil wey no suppose to dey there, I mean, it gets an impact on agriculture, it gets an impact on biodiversity and ecosystems. And this gets an indirect impact also on humans. So soil pollution is also another concern. We get pollution there, of course, we don't discuss in the past classes them, wey na pollution there wey dey lead to climate change. From where activities that we dey do as humans, as said before, the burning of fossil fuel, deforestation, and industrial processes. Some of them things wey dey do, they release what we call greenhouse gases in the environment. The methane, the nitrous oxide, the CO2. When they go to the environment, then they become trapped in the environment, where they make the earth they become warm. leading to global warming. And this the change with climate patterns then. And they get an effect on rise in temperature. It dey make we sea level and the rise. This is about climate change. So when you introduce greenhouse gases in the environment, you are doing what we call pollution, because it contaminates the atmosphere, wey dey lead way to climate change and global warming. Uh, Pollution type wey I have for focused on strongly this na plastic pollution. Now plastic pollution is like a solid form of pollution, introducing a solid substance into the environment. Now when you accumulate plastic in the environment, so don't do plastic pollution. Now plastic pollution gets they disturb oceans, they disturb rivers them. They also affect marine life. This also gets indirect impact to we, because if it affects marine life, let's assume say we consume that, it gets an impact on human life, human health. So plastic pollution is really a concern, right? And quite recently, I mean, there is lots of global meetings there, initiatives them, where they go on with regards addressing plastic pollution, waste, like the UN Environmental Assembly, the G7 and G20 summit, the World Economic Forum. These are all meetings that don't happen quite recently for CC. We address the pressing challenges of plastic pollution. Now, some of them pollution here, so we get lots of methods, them strategy that we will use to address them. One, we need collaboration. We also need coordination, both local and international coordination. We need for begin think of cleaner technologies them. Some of the things that we do the pollute the environment, we need for begin think of ways them or we do it in a better way. We also need for begin promote sustainable practices them, in the sense that these are self sustainable practices them. Things they all know say what they do as individuals them will begin change them, like the burning of certain things them, the chemicals all they play with, all they introduce at the environment, at the water bodies them. Some of them things here, so we need for being changed then lifestyle here. So you understand. We also raising awareness is also a major strategy. One of the key things that we can by environmental management and knowledge. If the person don't understand wetin e need for manage, or wetin this thing they about, and then they will take a step for manager. So we need for help in raising awareness. We need for continue for call on with friends them, on with families them, we neighbors them, aged people them, youths, young people them. We don't understand about pollution and the consequences them, so that together we all go to fight same environmental issues there. So thank you very much.